Hey guys, welcome back. So interesting question from Alex today. He says, Mark, I need your advice. Would you break up with a boyfriend if he was not working? My boyfriend has been living with me for 2 years and hasn't worked for most of the time. It's not like he's in school or disabled. Whenever I bring it up, all he talks about is how bad the job market is and he can't find anything. Do you think I should give him an ultimatum or continue to be patient? All right, Alex. The first thing I think you need to do is call an exterminator and tell them you have a giant pest in your house that needs to be removed. I mean, that's ridiculous. To be, if you're not a student, if you don't have some kind of health issue, you have no reason not to work for 2 years. Let me tell you, yeah, the job market is always going to be bad for somebody who doesn't want to work. I think you're probably must be a much more patient person than me, because this bozo would have had his stuff out on the street about a year ago if it was me. And it's not just the fact that obviously he's not paying his share of the living expenses, but what does he do for spending money? How does he buy his clothes? How does he do that kind of stuff? So either he's mooching off of you or he's mooching off his family. Either way, I think you have. Uh, mm, I want to be nice about what I say without being too rude, but in other blogs I've talked about toxic people. And you can have them in your family, you can have them as your friends, you can even date them, or they could be total strangers. When you come across one of these idiots, you need to distance yourself from them as quickly as possible. So, you know, if he doesn't have some kind of game plan about what he's going to do, this is going to be an indefinite problem for you. So I think I would have, in the South, we call it a come to Jesus meeting, and that's what you need to have. I mean, you need to sit him down and say, listen, if you're not working by the end of the month, if you don't have a job doing something in 30 days or two part-time jobs, you got to hit the road, because I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking for another child. And I have to say, stuff like this really, really irritates me, because there are so many just lazy, worthless people out there who don't want to do anything. Now, there's plenty of people who have legitimate issues about why they can't work. They're sick. They have maybe they have family issues. They have things like that. They're taking care of a sick parent, a sick relative, a sick partner. They're sick themselves. They have some kind of handicap. Totally get that, and I have nothing but sympathy for them. And I think that in those instances, that's where a country as rich as ours should really step up and say, to those who really truly need help, we're going to help you. But an idiot like this pest that's invaded your house, that's ridiculous. 2 years with no job. No, I don't think you should be patient. And as a matter of fact, I think you should give him an ultimatum that he better find something within the next 30 days. Here's another thing that this brings up is so many people, when they're out of a job, the reason they say the job market is so bad, it's because they can't find exactly what they want. Maybe it's not in the field you graduated for. Maybe it's not something. It could be a part-time job waiting tables. It could be working at Walmart. It could be doing any number of part-time jobs or full-time jobs that you don't like. But you have to do something. In this world, if you're a grown man or a grown woman, if you don't have a job, you don't get to sit back and say, well, I can't find anything, that it's not exactly what I want. It just doesn't work that way. You either pull your weight or you need to be out on the street. And that's I wouldn't be too nice with them when I tell them either, because you've been nice for 2 years now, and people like that seem to prey on people who are very nice and tolerant. If you have a dog that has a tick on it, I can guarantee you one thing: the tick will never voluntarily leave. You have to pull that thing off. And I'm probably more riled up about this than you are, because obviously you put up with it for 2 years. So do yourself a favor and kick this bozo out. All right, Alex, I hope I was not unclear. Guys, thanks again for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Feel free to send me your questions. You can either email them to me directly, or you can email them through my site, markdillon.xxx. which will soon be markdillon.com. Yay! All right, guys, thanks.